Okay. Hello. How is everybody? Good to be here. Just a quick comms check. Make sure you can hear me and see me okay. And then we'll get cracking. If you can just put it in the chat. Loud and clear from Holly Bugs. Lovely. Elsie Patch, thank you. And Jarmo, Roy McPhail, Josie, Abdi Alosso, Mino Miller, Lynn Longmire, Sean, and Alexander Asante. Fantastic, guys. That's excellent. Okay, so recap time, everybody. Recap of the corporate webinar that was held yesterday, last night, the 3rd of November. And once again, in my personal opinion, certainly did not disappoint. And before I get into the recap, I just want to talk a little bit about it from my point of view and perspective. Now, I've been saying for the last 3 weeks, certainly, and today, obviously, after the webinar yesterday, this is now 4 weeks that I have seen and felt a shift in the feel, concept, image, portrayal of what exactly OnPassive as a company and business is. I've really felt we are now a much more professional organization with a clear message to the outside world of, hey, look at us. We are a serious business. And again, yesterday's webinar, as far as I'm concerned, reiterated that exactly, that we are here and we need to be taken seriously as a company and certainly as a business. And how it's all getting rolled out, how it's been brought together at the moment is just another reiteration of my thoughts on that were concerned. Absolutely loved it. There was something for everybody in this webinar, as far as I'm concerned. A lot of information was given. Again, I will do my best to recap it, but as always, I suggest that even if you were on live, that you listen to the recording. Once again, it is in the back office underneath updates, along with the written version as well. Must thank, as always, the 4 people who put it all together. And that is Peter Sarer, Daryl Cook, Dan Street, and the lovely Janet from the Bahamas. They do such a good job of putting it all together. They really do a fantastic job. And quite frankly, without them doing it, a lot of people would certainly miss a lot of the information because sometimes you hear it, but it doesn't sink in, does it? And you actually have to read it a second time. So make sure you have another listen to it. Make sure you go and have a look at it, because it will do you a lot of good if you do, because always hear more when you listen to it again. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with the recap of yesterday. Again, there is stuff in here that I can't bring to you, and I will be pointing you back to the back office for the founders so that you can get the information on it as well. Let's get going. Okay, so first off then, I gave a bit of an update about the rhetoric that is being used within certain places online, within Facebook and YouTube and all over the place. We've certainly got a lot of MLM feel in some places, okay, and this really needs to stop, guys. I'm not going to go big on it now because I said it yesterday, and it is also in the written as well, and you can read that about what terminologies are not allowed to be said, and we need to change these words for other similar words so that we can move completely away from that area of what was that is certainly isn't now, that's for sure. Ash then came on. He said, I am Ash Mufara, and if founders do not follow the rules, they're negative, racist, or in any way not an OnPassivian, then I'm not your friend. Other than that, yep, sure, I am your friend. Gary Ling, thank you so much for your super sticker along with Satya. I believe I was born to change your life, therefore humanity. Now, who cannot deny that this is what Ash Mufareh is going to be doing? He is such a visionary in what he has done already, but also what he wants to try and achieve. And everything that he is doing is for the greater good. What do I mean by that? I'm not talking about religion here. I'm talking about helping people. That is what his greater good is. He wants to help people, period. There is no other agenda that he has, not monetary, not fame, not fortunes, but he wants to be known and recognized when he's here, when he's gone, as the person that made a change, made a difference. He then called upon, he then talked about Dr. Susan. She is the head of the O-Media team over there in Dubai. And he said there is no titles to describe her caliber. Now, for us that have been on the calls, let's talk about caliber a little bit here. I think we should all agree here now that the caliber of the people that are in O-Media that we have been introduced to so far is far higher and superior to what I was expecting as far as employees is concerned in these departments. We heard a little bit about it, but boy, have I been blown away every single time we see any of them from the O-Media. He then said, she actually did change my life and the vehicle to empower OnPassive in a very big way to change all of our lives. I had multiple successful attempts to increase the capacity of Zoom. He does apologize for that. Rick Cozens, thank you so much for your super sticker, sir. But as he said at the time, his hands are tied. There is a possibility to go have a much higher capacity, but then that's a much higher price. Already there's so many hurdles, agreements to be signed, etc. And to be honest, it just really isn't worth it at this time, because Perriet du Perron, thank you so much for your super sticker. Very kind of you. Why? Because there is a better solution coming. Guess what that one's called? Yep, you've guessed it. It is called O-Connect. He then said, introduced Dr. Susan. She came on and she did a presentation about what O-Media is going to do, the challenges, what they're all about, etc. But one of the things she did say is that there is going to be a weekly newsletter coming out from O-Media to us, the founders, very shortly. In fact, I do believe it is going to start as soon as next week. Don't hold me to it, but this is my belief that it is going to be there as well. She also introduced us to OnJoy. Now, remember, we were introduced this to us last week on the webinar. And again, she introduced us to how it's going to work and what it's going to be all about. Now, for you guys out there, if you are going to type about OnJoy, it is one word, O-N-J-O-Y, not two words, one word, OnJoy, and all in capitals, guys, please. Okay, like many of the words that we use in OnPassive, in capitals. And this is expected to be live and coming out in the second quarter of 2023. Okay, so that's next year. So in round figures, June, July-ish of next year, maybe around that sort of time. Okay, again, let's not fix dates on it. This is what we are aiming for. But as with everything in OnPassive, sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it is a little bit longer. So this is a three-way conceptual tool. It incorporates education, principles, and manners. The triangle of all of this is to have fun, in a meaningful way. Now, we are not taking over in any way the family environment. What we want to do is enhance the family environment by having this ability to use OnJoy within the family environment, and it is going to be so beneficial to millions, in my understanding, of families out there to help their children. Colonel Lee, thank you for your super sticker, my friend. So the name OnJoy was created after much research and to determine the final name. And she actually said that the reason they came up with OnJoy is because if you're talking about kids, what is the first thing that pops into your mind with the line of how we have our products? O-Kids, obviously. And they did a research on it, and kids don't like being called kids at the end of the day, do they? You know, kids actually want to be called something else rather than a kid. So OnJoy was created to depict the age groups from birth all the way up to the late teens. This is a very massive platform for mothers to have a safe content for their children up through to the late teenage years all the way from birth. So OnJoy, we're Ernest Martinez. Thank you for your super sticker. OnJoy will be targeting new mothers, mothers with teenagers, single parents, all sorts of demographics, but people with children. So there's going to be 3 age groups, and that's birth to 5 years, 6 to 12 years, and then 13 to 18. So the whole of the teenage years. Where's it going to be? All over the globe, all countries, all across the globe. The first rollout will be in a few languages, mainly Arabic, English, Hindi, and French. But obviously, there will be more languages to follow as we continue the rollout of it. It is one of a kind platform specializing in kids content, an education and entertainment platform. It's basically going to be all that a mother or child needs to have for their educational use. Provides a more contained environment and content for kids to spend values and principles. This is what is going to be taught to their kids from birth all the way through. It's going to make it a lot easier for parents or caregivers to give their journey with their kids and control the content that they are exposed to. I think if you have kids, grandkids, or whatever it may be at the moment, having to control what they watch is so hard. You know, you give them a tablet, they know how to go around a tablet better than we can, and they end up being on YouTube looking at stuff you can't control or whatever it may be. With OnJoy, all of that parental control is there. They can't move off OnJoy to something else because it is all contained within there. And this provides mothers and child's journey all together, all in one place. It's also going to include nutrition, psychological experts, doctors, childcare consultants, and a lot more as well. It's going to help mothers deal with babies' nutrition, changing needs, breastfeedings, and it's also going to help to deal with many of the other children's needs, you know, friends at school, etc., stuff like that. It's also going to have a completely different feel as well, as far as the teenage part of it as well. That's going to be much more interactional, much more videos, games, etc. So there is going to be within OnJoy something for every single kid out there all the way through their lives. And remember, we have also got another product as well, Oh My Life. You'll be able to document all of this as well along the journey that you have with your kids. Ash said, OnJoy is one of a kind platform being developed in-house with all of the talents required. Everything is OnPassive made. So everything to do with OnJoy is internal. We haven't taken something from somewhere else and brought it in and revamped it and made it something else. No. This has all been 100% done in-house. This platform will make a difference, starting with our children. Remember, they are the future, guys. We need to start re-educating not only us, but our kids to respect elders, to say please, say thank you, all the rest of it. So OnJoy is going to have a massive impact as far as that is concerned. Then Dr. Sarah said, we are going to be in charge of O-Women as well. This is a separate platform. We'll be able to work this in tandem with OJoy. OnJoy, sorry, not OJoy. OnJoy is going to be a paid subscription, so a monthly subscription basis. Obviously, all of these details will come out when we get closer to the launch. It's a meaningful, highly effective platform to teach the children of the future. Lewis White, thank you so much, lovely, for your super sticker. Then we went over to the Hyderabad team, okay, and they gave us a presentation of the back office again, the OBS, the OnPassive Business Solution Office. Remember last week we didn't have time to show it, so this week we were shown O-Tracker and everything that it can do. This is going to be a paid product, subscription based, and excuse me, the tech team gave us a full working of what it's going to do. I'm just going to take a quick sip of this. So we had a screen share and they showed us what our O-Tracker was going to do. Without going through what it can do and all the rest of it, it is an analytical device that Anthony Abeti, thank you so much for your super sticker. It's an analytical device that works in the background and it gives you all sorts of information that you would need either as a customer that has a website or a business to know where people are coming from to your website, how long they stay there, what devices they've come from, the area, age demographics, plus a load more as well that is part of the features of it. This works in tandem with every single product of OnPassive in the background, and it is going to be invaluable, guys, to any serious person, whether it be business or individual that has anything to sell or as a website. So it was great. If you want to know more about it, go and watch the recording and you will be able to see all about that as well. Ashstead is a B2C at the moment, which is a business to customer platform. This is an added product, a part of every other tool of OnPassive that will help the website user to make decisions based on the critical information that they will get from the analytics that it produces. Now, it might all sound very technical to many of the founders out here. Do you need it? No, you don't need it. Is it going to be beneficial to you? Yes, it's going to be beneficial to you, but you certainly don't need to have it per se. But if you are serious about your business, if you want to increase your views on your website, then it will certainly help you understand and know where your strengths and weaknesses are. He said there's also a chat bot, which is we've shown you before. We saw it for a few days within our own founders back office, and it follows you around. It looks like a little alien roboty thing that follows you around all over the place. This is O-Chat. Okay, and this will answer questions that may come up on that page that you are looking at. If the chat bot can't answer your questions, then it will get redirected to a live person at the other end. That is all coming up as well. Also, one of the features as well with O-Tracker was an IP blocker. Okay, again, if you want to know more about that, then you can go to the back office. Then we had the big gun. We were shown O-Connect. Wow, wow, wow. Now, I can't do it justice at all by talking to you guys here. You really do have to go in, have a look at the recording. the features of O-Connect and what it is going to do, phenomenal. I've got to say this, actually. I had somebody reach out to me and say, I loved O-Connect. It looked fantastic. Loved the features, but I couldn't see anybody on the screen. Well, that's because it was the working area, but it wasn't an in-session webinar. So because you couldn't have Zoom and an in-session webinar all at the same time, all going on. So it didn't make sense. So just for anybody who was looking at it, it was a working 100% functional. It just didn't have people speaking backwards and forwards on it, because you can't have the two things going on anyway. But I thought I'd explain that to people in case they were expecting to see people going backwards and forwards on O-Connect. But the beauty about O-Connect, bar none, before I get into a bit more details about it, is everything is on one screen. Okay, you do not have to leave your screen to get any information. With Zoom, you have to click off sometime, go to the side of it, off screen. Everything is done within the screen it is itself. Very, very user-friendly. And remember, guys, the O-Media team will be putting a training video together on how to use this product. So don't stress, don't worry about it. We will take you by the hand. We will lead you through it. Us leaders as well, we will do demos with you. We'll show you how to use it as well. So fret not, guys. We have got your back. We have got you covered. And by the time we have finished with you, you will be experts in O-Connect, I can assure you. So it's got many, many new features. Any attendees, okay, they're all there at the top. Remember, no fake accounts, no mobile phone numbers, no Zoom this. Every single person who will use O-Connect either has to have an avatar up there, okay, if they don't want to reveal their face, but that avatar itself will be a generical version of kind of what you look like, or it'll be your picture. So it is a completely AI-driven platform. It is not going to be a tough decision at all, guys, for people to use O-Connect. Once they see it, they will have no choice but to want to use it, because of the visuality that it gives you, because of the ease, because of the features, because of what it can do that others can't do. They are going to use it. Whether we like it or not, they will want to use this platform because it is just far superior and it has so much more to it. We haven't even mentioned how much cheaper it's going to be for many, many people to use it. That's not even been mentioned. Just from the value and features that we give it, people are going to flock to it by the millions, guys. Just this one product. This one product on its own will set us free as far as O-Connect OnPassive is concerned. So it's a very self-explanatory process as far as O-Connect is concerned, and it is there for the ease of the customer. Everything about this product is designed for ease of the customer. You'll be able to share files directly on the screen. You will always have you can also add a direct link on the screen, so which is a call to action. If you're selling something and you're talking about it, people can just click on it straight on the screen, like I'm talking now. They can go click, and it'll take that person to the thing that you are talking about. It eliminates the dilemma and experience of other platforms. You know, the call to action. If you like what you see, get back to me. I'll put it in the chat, in the content underneath, all of that sort of stuff. With O-Connect, direct on the screen, click it. You haven't lost anybody at all. One screen, one application does everything. All attendees are verified real people, just like O-Net and O-Mail. It has multiple themes and colors. It's got a calculator. It's also got sharings of videos, audio, texts, You can bring videos from other areas into it as well. It pops up on the screen just by one click. Absolutely amazing. It's got an announcement area that you can bring in. The whiteboard. Wow. This is the, remember Ash talked about the artificial intelligence whiteboard. Oh my life. That is just amazing. Call to action feature, like I said, announcement area. It's even got individual sound effects. Now, we couldn't hear them our end, but I can assure you I have heard them from a video that was shared with some of the leaders. Amazing. So, for instance, if you are a YouTuber and you're doing breaking news, you've got one of the sounds that sounds like din, 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 you know, like breaking news. Absolutely crazy. If you wanted to cheer somebody because they've come on and said something, you wanted to go, way, you've got a clapping one there, or cheers. You can even say, way to go. Absolutely amazing. All these effects are on there. This is without backgrounds as well. If you notice around the edge of the screen, you can change the theme and the feel, not just black and white like we're looking at the moment with a black outliner. You can fill all that in and have all sorts of different things. You can mute cameras just by one click, mute all. You can drag people in. You can have different layouts. The recording feature, it's got a timer clock. I can keep going on and on and on about the features of O-Connect, but it's safe to say, guys, it is going to blow anything else out of the water. It is absolutely, for me, the best product that I have seen so far. Like kissing marshmallows. It's overwhelming, actually. Okay. And the competition, they are going to be worried, I can assure you. So he also then talked about O-Play. Now, this is going to be a free application. He also said O-Play, okay, is not available yet. Now, it is going to be on an app, okay? But please, guys, listen to what I'm saying now. If you see it anywhere, it has not come from the company, okay? Unless we tell you directly, don't click on anything, don't pay for anything, don't part with anything or download anything until we give you the right directions for it. Okay, we were shown what it's going to look like. They were only screenshots, but we were shown what it's going to be. It's going to be, first of all, it's going to be interactive trivia, fantasy sports. Okay, this is going to be interacted with live games. So you might be thinking, well, how's trivia and fantasy sports going to be interactive with the game that I'm watching on TV? It's going to be along the lines of, if there's two teams player, we'll say Ronaldo is one of them. It might flag up a question as you're watching the game of how many times has Ronaldo touched the ball? How many yards has he carried the ball? How many assists? All these type of things. These are the types of interaction trivia questions that will be asked. And obviously, the more correct ones you get, you go up a leaderboard and you can play against other people, all this sort of stuff. So that's how the interaction ones work. Okay, so they get analytics from the game as it's going along, and they ask you these questions: how many times has the ball been headed? How many times has there been a throw in? You know, all these types of things. There is also going to be a leaderboard. It's going to be available on all of the mobile apps as well and websites as well. And you can play to earn coins free, but you can also buy coins as well for added features and stuff. But let's reiterate one thing about O-Play. There is no gambling involved with it whatsoever. There is no chance. There is no unshady anything to do with O-Play. It is purely a pleasurable thing to be doing. So it is not a gambling type of thing or anything like that. But yes, you can buy extra coins to unlock other features and stuff like that. Okay. So Mr. Ash actually said himself he wanted to warn founders not to fall for apps in App Store. He said everything will be told how to get our apps in within the back office. And if you download any app from the store, you may get to the account information, and it might take your information off you or whatever. So be really careful, guys. Remember, if we haven't said it, it's not real. Okay. Pretty straightforward, really. So make sure everybody in your organization understands that. So we really are rewriting the rules as far as the digital world is concerned. Why? Because we're doing it with heart. We're not doing it for profit. We're doing it for the right reasons. We were then went to another part of the world, and we were introduced to a new person. This was a guy called Dr. Tarek, or Tarek, actually, Tarek, T-A-R-E-K. He's known as the strategist. So what's his job role within OnPassive? He's the guy that looks at trends, looks at areas, looks at things that are happening or going to be happening, and what are those areas that we should be in. Now, what that is everything. That is from finances to trends of what people are using, all sorts of things like this. So he has worked for so many different people, governments, top officials. He is a prediction analyst, and he's now working full-time for OnPassive. And Ash actually said that it took it a lot of time and consultation with Dr. Tarek to get him to come full-time to OnPassive. He has a passion for solving things, this guy. He doesn't complain about anything, about broken markets or anything like that. He is a guy that gets the job done. Vanna Polsarova, thank you for your super sticker. He's a global strategist and business licensed trainer, and he has the right for years, has been the right for years of many economic, he's been so right 4 years, let's get the terminology right, on so many of the global economic factors. And I presume a lot of these are the trends of where we are at the moment, for instance, in a bit of a depression. I'm sure he got that one as right as well. So his field is a global business consultant specializing in strategical mapping, expertise in management solutions. He's got 3 MBAs. That's pretty impressive on its own. He has also got a PhD from the US and over 20 years of experience in over 42 countries. His core business is evaluation everything on the most potent ways of investments on the company side globally, working before for over 56 companies, but he's now, as I said, full-time with OnPassive. And the goal is for him, for the founders to achieve the most profitable return on their participation as a founder and reseller. Now, that is music to my ears, guys. When we have a guy of this caliber who is working on our behalf to make us as successful as possible, that is amazing to me, that someone like that is working on our behalf. I mean, that just blew me away. He's not only that, he's also written 17 different books. I struggle to read 17 books, let alone write 17 books. He's also worked in finding in appropriate business investment solutions for the company, and this is obviously going to benefit us as founders immensely because the company is going to be sound and secure. He said he was very excited to join the OnPassive team, and he then told us about why Dubai is a very good focal point for where we want to be and why we have a presence there. it gives a greater chance of business in the artificial intelligence. In Dubai, 94% of people use the internet in Dubai, and it works really great with the structure of the artificial intelligence and what we're trying to achieve, especially with a high percentage of internet users. $95 billion of investment is in technology within Dubai. I mean, that is 3.6% of the 2030 financial budget. That's just amazing. Arta Scoocher, thank you so much for your super sticker. So Dubai really is a fantastic place to be. In 2018, the city of Dubai was number 12 in the world of attracting investors, and now it's at number 10, and this is going to be rising up to number 6, all because of the investment within the artificial intelligence and technology fields. Ash said that Dr. Tarek was an invaluable member and is looking forward to how he is looking at many of the global markets. So also Dr. Tarak as well is going to be heavily involved in O-Cademy. Remember, he's got his doctorate, he's got his MBA, sorry. So he will be developing courses along these lines, whether they're part-time, whether they're full-time, etc. But again, what a great thing to have in the OnPassive arsenal, to have somebody of this caliber who will be doing courses within O-Cademy. It really is going to be amazing when we get there. Then she came out, Dr. Soha, S-O-H-A. Okay, let's make sure we call her the right name, Dr. Soha. Okay, what a firecracker she is. What a head of the O-Media department she is going to be. Absolutely loved her. I think she was very dynamic, intelligent. She knew what she was trying to achieve, and I think she's going to be a fantastic face of the O-Media department. Amazing woman, and I think what an asset for us as founders to have this person as the spokesperson for O-Media. You know, we couldn't ask for anyone better, and I think she's going to really, really do us proud. She then talked to us about quite a lot of things. I'm not necessarily going to go over them here because they are really only founders' things, and she touched on quite a lot of things that you probably would need to know as a founder, rather than sitting here and itemizing every single one. I think it's better for you as a founder to go into your back office, okay, and read what she had to say, because then you'll understand it better rather than listening to me do it. But one of the things that I really picked up on when she was saying about some of the terminologies, like I did at the beginning, of what is not acceptable and all the rest of it. One thing struck out more than anything for me about all this. She said she's worked for so many companies in the past, and she is well versed to fighting battles, to putting out fires on a daily basis. But all of these things have always been of external nature, from other people that are trying to harm her company. She's never worked with a company where there is so many people who are doing it from within. Now, that hit a really big chord for me, and it should do to you as well as a founder. Why are people almost blowing up things within their own business? We should be at the core of protecting our business, not trying to rip it to pieces. And it really struck a chord with me that actually she's absolutely right. You know, we shouldn't allow other founders within our own business to use words, to use rhetoric that they shouldn't be using about the company, we should be doing something about this. And what do we do to do something about it? Well, for a start, you let somebody know. Let one of the leaders know about people who you feel haven't got the company at heart, for whatever reason it may be. Give them the details, and then we can escalate it to the right departments to be taken care of. There is no room at this stage, guys. Tony Monk, thank you so much, sir, for your very kind super sticker. There is no room, guys, at this stage in the game to allow anybody to derail what we have worked so hard over the last 4.5 years to achieve. Dr. Soha said this perfectly, and I suggest every single one of you go over and read what she had to say. I will finish off again with what we were told a little bit about last week, that when we hit the World Cup on the 20th of November, that's going to be in a 3-stage campaign. I keep using the word campaign until we've got another one, but I know we're not keen on using that name. But it's going to be 3-phase. Obviously, branding awareness, okay, is going to be the first one, and revamping humanity, that kind of feel. The second one is going to be all about the free products of OnPassive, and the third one is going to be all about the paid products of OnPassive. Absolutely loved what Dr. Soha had to say. I think she is going to be phenomenal for us. I really do. I think she's going to keep us informed, updated. I love the way she presented. I like the way that she was relaxed but very serious at the same time. And I'm sure she's going to do an amazing job for us. So she said this is what she said. She said, we are in the building phase of OnPassive. We can't afford to fix the breaking by some founders' publications. Developing countries will be impacted by this technology. Therefore, O-Media conducted a study to uncover the preparations for developing countries to face in digital transformation from perspective of the media aspects into the area of artificial intelligence and the application of metaverse. What does that mean in plain English? It basically means part of the job of what O-Media was doing and has implemented is to do a survey over the globe of where they see artificial intelligence and the impact of it going in the future. That's important so that we can have a strategical direction as far as implementing our products and services to these countries and which is the right route to go down. So the study conducted among 400 media experts from developing countries through electronic questionnaires and finding their vision to manage this development in the area of era of artificial intelligence. What else was said? Okay, so that was basically it from Dr. Soha. There was a lot more to it as well, guys. There really was. And please go over there and have a look at it. In recap to this meeting, we were given a lot of information. O-Connect was the piece de resistance as far as I was concerned. To see it working, to see how it was going to do what we have been told it's going to be done was amazing. And I thought it was an amazing webinar as well. Special thanks, I have to say this because I thought she did an amazing step-in job, is to Jean Oliva. Wow, you absolutely blew it out the water. Very professional. You kept everybody in line. You did such a good job. Absolute natural. And I have to say, you are a diamond in the rough as far as OnPassive is concerned, and I certainly look forward to working alongside you again. You did such an amazing job. So that's it from me for this one. Remember, guys, I can't give you all of the information all at once on these recaps. All I can do is give you an overview. Please go back and listen to it. That's it for me for now. I said I'd be finished at 1:45 for Chris. He's coming on right the way now. And then Marty is at the top of the hour. And then after that, 1 o'clock, we've got another webinar that's posted in the back office with Julie Weng as well. Okay, thanks very much for your super stickers. Thanks to the tea clubbers, all in green here. And I'll catch you on the live tomorrow. Bye for now.